Hello students, welcome to the third lecture session of insurance claims. So in the previous lecture session I have given you an assignment. So if you look at the screen, you will get the solution to that assignment that I have sent you in the previous lecture session. Okay, so most of the things are very much similar in the question that we have discussed in the previous session and the one that I have given as an assignment, and the answer is on the screen. One significant thing you need to be very specific here is regarding a drawings. So in this question there was a drawings that the particular trader took goods worth rupees 2000 for his personal use, which was not recorded in the books of accounts. So any kind of drawings is always deducted from the amount of purchases. So that is the only different thing that was there in this question. I hope most of you were able to solve it. Okay, you can look at the screen, and if you have any confusions, any further confusion about this particular numerical, you can contact me. So now we move on to the next numerical. So it's on your screen, you can see. It says a fire occurred in the premises of Agni on 25th August 2018, where a large part of the stock was destroyed. So the date on which the fire occurred was 25th August 2018, where a large part of the stock was destroyed. Salvage was 15,000, means you remember the meaning of salvage, good that could be saved was 15,000. Then it says Agni gives you the following information for the period from 1st Jan 2018 to August 25 2018. That is the period, that is the affected period. Okay, so the year begins on 1st of Jan. So you have the amount of purchases, you have the amount of sales, you have goods costing 5,000 taken by Agni for personal use, that is you have a drawings of 5,000, and next you have cost price of stock on 1st Jan, that is opening stock, amounted to how much? 40,000. So over the past few years, Agni has been selling goods at a consistent gross profit margin of 33 1/3%. So you have the rate of gross profit 2, that is 33 1/3%. And then it says the insurance policy was of rupees 50,000. It included average clause. So in the previous question there was no average clause. I told you in the next discussions we'll be discussing about average clause, and so here we are with average clause. So Agni asks you to prepare a statement of claim to be made on the insurance company. So very similar to the previous question, but we have what? We have an average clause in this particular question. So we'll see how it is applicable, okay, while calculating the amount of claim. So here we have the opening stock, we have purchases, we have drawings, we have sales, we have to find out the amount of closing stock when the gross profit margin is also provided to us. The opening stock is given in number 4. You see the opening stock 40,000. You write it. Purchases 85,000. There is a drawings of goods costing 5,000 taken by Agni for personal use. So that drawings needs to be deducted. So 85,000 minus 5,000, 80,000 is the net amount of purchases. You have a sales of 90,000. You have a closing stock amounting to, no, you don't have that closing stock. So closing stock is the balancing figure. Okay, if you look at the question, closing stock is the only figure that is missing. So you have the amount of opening stock, you have the amount of purchases, deduct drawings, you get net purchases, you have the amount of sales 90,000, you have the amount of gross profit. The margin is given to be 33 1/3%. So 90 amount of sales, so your gross profit will be 33 1/3% of 90,000, that is 30,000. So the debit side, if you add up, it comes up to be 1,50,000. On the credit side, you have only sales 90,000. So 60,000 is the closing stock, and that is the balancing figure. So your closing stock 60,000 is the balancing figure, and that is the amount of stock you had in the business on the date of the fire. Here comes the problem. You had a stock of 60,000, but the insurance policy taken was of rupees 50,000. That means there is a case of under insurance. This person, this particular business, what they have done, they have taken an insurance policy for lesser value. Their stock is 60,000, but they had taken an insurance policy of 50,000 rupees only, and hence it calls for the application of average clause. That means this particular trader cannot claim the entire 60,000 or whatever is the amount of loss it has made from that insurance company, because it should have taken up a policy for 60,000 or more, but it has taken up a policy for 50,000 and it has attracted an under insurance case, and hence average clause is applicable. So now let's move forward to calculate the actual amount of loss. So the stock on the date of fire was 60,000, stock salvaged was 15,000, so the loss of stock was for 45,000. So but you will not consider this loss of stock, you will consider the amount of closing stock present on the date of the fire. The amount of closing stock present on the date of fire was 60,000. Okay, so we have to be comparing that amount with the insurance policy taken. The insurance policy taken is for 50,000 and closing stock is 60,000. Okay, so it attracts average clause. Now this 45,000 is the net amount of loss, but because of this under insurance, the trader will not get the entire amount of loss. It cannot claim the entire money. So for calculating claim, there is a formula: value of stock destroyed into value of insurance policy divided by value of stock in hand on the date of fire. So value of stock destroyed is 45,000 into value of insurance policy, that is 50,000, divided by value of stock in hand on the date of fire, that is 60,000. The amounts come up to be how much? 37,500. That is the amount of claim that that particular trader can make with the insurance company, and it cannot claim any more money. So because there was a case of under insurance, and this is the application of average clause in insurance claims. Okay, so I hope this sum is clear to all of you. Again, I am sharing an assignment today to all of you, so try to solve that, and we will deal with it in the next session. Okay, thank you all of you.